a virus that infects metal and flesh alike, a city on the brink of technological apocalypse, and one unstoppable force standing in its way. But this isn't just another battle. No, this is something far worse. The Omnisapient Systems facility is in chaos. Synthetic horror has been unleashed. Humans and machines fused together, spreading like a virus, a grotesque evolution of technology gone wrong. The Synthograph subjects are no longer human, and they're attacking anyone in sight, infecting everything they touch. From a control room above, Dr. Parul Karinji and her assistant, Jacob Feynman, watch in horror. She scrambles to shut down the network, but it's too late. Then, the ceiling shakes. A shadow blocks out the emergency lights. A red titan lands with a seismic boom. All right, freaks, let's see what you got. And then, the Synthograph swarm him. 3 days earlier, Gamma Base, a maximum security cell. Captain Steve Rogers and Bruce Banner step inside. Their mission is clear. They need Red Hulk. But Ross? He's been waiting for this. Red Hulk smirks. Took you long enough. Steve Rogers doesn't like his tone. He turns to leave. Wrong attitude, Ross. They leave him alone in the dark. For hours, Ross seethes. He paces, fists clenched, he slams them into the walls. Again, and again, and again, until his knuckles bleed. Gamma Base operatives watch in silence. They report to Bruce Banner. Banner doesn't hesitate. Activate the anti-gravity system. Inside the cell, Ross is yanked into the air, limbs flailing. Then the screen lights up. A montage plays. His defeats. The Green Hulk standing over him. Again and again. And for 3 days, Ross is left floating there watching himself lose. By the time Steve returns, Ross is done fighting against them. Steve lays it out. I need General Ross, not the Hulk. Ross complies. The second he powers down, a device slams into his neck. Pain. Darkness. And when he wakes up, he's on a lab table, staring into the eyes of Bruce Banner. Bruce tells him, that device in your neck stops you from absorbing bioenergy. You keep fighting the way you have, you'll burn out and die. Then Steve enters. Time for the mission brief. The Intelligentsia, MODOK's old crew, had a backup plan in case world domination didn't work out. Scorched Earth. If they couldn't have the planet, they'd burn it to the ground. Steve's teams are already handling most of the threats, but San Diego has a sea monster problem. Red Hulk leans forward, ready to be deployed, but Banner quickly overrules it. Rick Jones is already there. Ross, you're going to Santa Clara to deal with the impending disaster at Omnisapient. Banner explains that they were developing cybernetic replacement limbs created from synthetic and metallic alloys, introduced via a virus, and the facility's communications have just gone down. Before Ross leaves, Rogers hands him a communicator and makes it clear he doesn't trust him. I'm sending an operative to watch over you on this mission. But Ross insists, I work alone. Then he turns into the Red Hulk and leaps away, California bound. Rogers watches him go, then mutters into his comm, keep an eye on this one. Now, Santa Clara. Red Hulk towers over the synthographed creatures. They try to consume him, infect him, but his body fights it off. He roars, sending them flying. Then, a red streak in the sky. Iron Man. Tony tells him, you picked the wrong day to go on a rampage, Ross. His armor locks onto Red Hulk as a hostile. He doesn't ask questions, he just fires. Missiles, repulsors, sonics. Red Hulk staggers, trying to shout over the chaos. Stark, we're on the same. Boom, another explosion. Red Hulk crashes into the pavement, smoke rising. But the real threat? Neither of them sees it coming. The synthographed swarm Stark mid-flight. In seconds, his armor is overrun. He drops from the sky. When Ross climbs out of the crater Tony blasted him into, Iron Man is gone. Only his empty armor remains. And then, it starts moving. A repulsor blast clears the synthographed horde. Tony's voice crackles through the helmet lying on the ground. I bailed out before they got me, but I figured out how to cure them. Problem is, I can only do it one at a time. Not good enough. The only way to end this is to shut down the network. So Ross storms inside the facility, tearing through walls, and Tony guides him through the chaos. But when he reaches the central hub, there's a problem. Dr. Parul Karinji. She's physically wired into the system, desperate to stop him. You don't understand, she pleads. I can fix this. But Red Hulk doesn't do debates. He rips her free. The servers fry, the infection ends. But when she wakes up, she's different. Changed. They'll deal with that later. For now, mission complete. Iron Man thanks him. Then, of course, throws in a reminder. This doesn't erase all the crap you've done. Ross rolls his eyes. Bite me. And with that, boom, he's gone. Meanwhile, back at Gamma Base, Bruce Banner continues his investigation into the leader and MODOK's Scorched Earth program. With each new threat he disables, another menace emerges. Unfortunately, his attempts to question the two masterminds have failed. Stripped of their powers, their minds have deteriorated to the point of uselessness. Then, contact from Steve. He's arriving with Thor. When they land, Bruce informs Thor about this scorched Earth menace. Thor looks forward to working with the Hulk again, until Captain America tries to correct him. Not the green one, he says, the red one. Before he can finish, Red Hulk crashes onto the site. The sight of his old foe enrages Thor. He hurls Mjolnir without hesitation. Mjolnir flies, slamming into Red Hulk like a meteor. Then Thor is on him. Fists, lightning, rage. Red Hulk grabs Mjolnir and drops. The enchantment pins him like dead weight. Thor steps forward, lightning crackling in his hands. Red Hulk shouts, "I'm here to help." Thor doesn't listen. Another bolt of lightning erases the sky. Steve turns to Banner. "Stop this." Banner grits his teeth, then presses a button, and the sky splits. A hologram of Galactus looms over them. Thor and Red Hulk freeze. Banner seizes the moment. Listen up, Scorched Earth isn't over. There's a white dwarf missile destabilizing a micro-black hole, and it's about to send two comets straight into Earth. Thor, you smash one. Thor exhales. Red Hulk grins. Fine, just one problem. He cracks his knuckles. How do I breathe in space? Banner tosses him a pill. That'll give you an hour. Try not to die. Thor glares at Ross. This is not over. Ross smirks. Sure it is. And with that, Thor swings Mjolnir. A portal rips open. In the void of space, he annihilates one comet. The Red Hulk hurls himself through the second, turning it into dust. Mission accomplished. Or almost. Because when the dust clears, Ross isn't alone. A shadow looms over him, a cosmic presence that watches without judgment. Uatu the Watcher. He points at Ross. You have altered fate, Thaddeus Ross. But the black hole remains. Banner miscalculated the collapse. And soon, it will claim you. And just like that, Ross is alone again, drifting in the void, facing a new, unstoppable doom.